Hello, everybody. I'm smiling, aren't I? With my whole mouth. Somebody just had his fortunes. I'm not smiling anymore. Someone just had his fortunes turned around. So that's why I have the happy face on. See you in game. This will be a short intro. See you in game and love you guys. Let's see what has been going on. So, as you all know, we've left things off last time around with our loss against Colchester in a 3-1 defeat. Deserved it for them. We just didn't perform. They were so much better than us in too many ways, to be fair. And we kind of lost that one. I've played one, two, three, four months until then. 4 months back with football. Uh, and you can see the run of games here and the amazing run of games that we actually had in the past few months. Now, what the issue with our team was, as I've talked to you before, I had one more defender coming in and one out. So let's see where we are in the league right now. We're in first. Basically, it's been such a good run of games that I was not expecting to lose. I mean, in February alone, we won every game we played. We lost two in January, two losses in December, and yeah, the loss against Colchester in November. Otherwise, one draw and wins on the board, which sees us finally taking control of the league. 7 points off Ep split with 9 games remaining of the season. After today, there'll be 8 games remaining. So, some squad news. Apaya comes in and slots in as the pairing for Tasker. I mean, I mean, yeah, his speed, his jumping reach, his strength. He is what we lacked, and the last piece of the puzzle for our team. He was the one who turned all these draws beforehand into wins. We are not as leaky from from our defense. We are not as poor defensively against through balls because we now have a defender that can run fast, can cover for Tusker's lack of speed and strength, and basically a lot, to be fair. I mean, I got an offer from not Chesterfield, I think it was another team, Forest Green, right? 29K, but decided not to sell him. I mean, I have only 4 options at the back, and Manny is our third choice center back, basically our main substitute. And yeah, don't think I don't think I'm selling Tusker anytime soon. Okay, let's just select the best 11 and then we'll do some adjustments. Another point of note: Dan Lincoln is injured. For how long, are you asking? 11 days to 4 weeks. He has been playing. Oh, he has gotten himself injured in the last minutes of the game against Bath City, which left us with Brothers. I mean, I tried to bring in some players on loans, but I just, once again, because of the Apaya signing, I just don't have the money to warrant another loan signing or free signing. So I don't have the budget for that. Brothers has to step up, and to be fair, he stepped up a little bit. We actually won every game he played in, even though in this game against Stonebridge, he tried his best to lose the game, to make us lose the game. But but that didn't count too much because we won grace to a 94th goal from Pepper. Let's go to the run of games since you were last here. And this is the game that we are going to be reviewing because the last goal it was something amazing. So, Off the back of that loss against Colchester, we mounted up. We made some adjustments with Apaya coming in and defeated Chippenham 5-1. 4-2 win against Concord, 2-1 victory against Salisbury, and then our run just continues with wins against fairly decent clubs up until the Dorking game in the FA Trophy third round. I played a fairly rotated squad. I mean, everyone here except my sweet boy and Stevens were substitutes, rotational players, as I didn't care much. I didn't really care much about the FA Trophy, to be fair. The FA Cup was interesting to me, but unfortunately, Colchester were just better than us. We lost against Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet are in second, and were in second at that point. And the fact that we lost to them, Enfield Town actually fell off dramatically. I'm trying to remember now. No, actually, Enfield were still top. We missed the chance to go over Enfield at this point because we lost against Ebbsfleet in a pretty poor game where they were just better on the day than us, I guess, for some strange reason. But they were better, so they actually deserved the win. I think I had some injuries to Dylan, and that's about it. It's really incomprehensible how we lost or how we didn't turn up. But then Enfield Town, we've beaten 3-0. I think they scored only one shot, and I don't think it was on target either. No, it was on target. So they had one shot on target, and they were in the first place in the league, and we demolished them. But since then, that's the thing. They were still in second. So what happened to them? I mean, this happened to them. They lost against Chippenham. They lost against us, against Salisbury. Draw against Havant. Loss against Welling. Draw against Warding. They won 3 games in the last 3 months and a half almost. So they kind of fell off. They're not even in the playoff spots at the moment. Though I figure they'll be reaching the playoff spots. I have a sneaky suspicion that they will actually reach the playoff spots. Both them and Dulwich Hamlet. Dulwich Hamlet has been so great recently this season, but again, just poor run of form, I guess. Both these teams are looking like we did last season around. So I'm happy it's happening to other teams as well. Chesham victory, Chelmsford victory. We lost against Eastleigh in a game where we just performed. That was the thing. You might notice the Jack Stevens 5.0. I think he missed 3 clear-cut chances and Pepple another one. So, yeah, I mean, this is exactly why we lose. Because we're idiots who cannot finish. I'm saying that Stevens scored 2. After I criticized his lack of goal scoring form. We beat Dulwich Hamlet 3-1, Dorking 4-2, Wellstone 3-1, Hazen Eading 1-0. It was a very close game, much closer than I would have liked. And we actually lost to Hampton in Richmond. Had we won that game, I would sit comfortably at top, without any questions asked. But we did not. Stevens with a goal was nice, but we just couldn't hold on to the to the draw, basically. Maidstone 5-1, Lewis 2-1, a very close game, a much closer game than I would have liked against the last team in the league, but a win nonetheless. Bath City 2-0, Maidenhead 3-0, and this game against Tonbridge was really something. So let's just check it out because it was insanity. It was an insane game. We took the lead via a Foyo goal, I think. Right, a very good finish from Foyo. Then I don't know who scored the second goal. To be fair, Pepple, no, Francis with this finish. Then in the second half, they score a banger of a goal, a banger, the best goal in this game until the 94th minute. But Then Walker just does Walker things, passes to Larby, who's free in the center of the defense, and Pepal with the all important goal in the 94th minute. I was already gnawing at my fingernails when he scored that. I mean, it really made my day. And off the back of that, we actually won against Farnborough 3-1 in our most recent affair with Brothers in goal. That's yeah, that's something that I'm not particularly happy about, but just he was the only option we got. So Apaya came in. We actually sold Lampard for 4.2k to Tranmere in Sky Bet League 2. This guy is not even good for Vanarama South. I mean, he's Vanarama South level, but above that, I don't rate him. And he skipped Vanarama National to go straight to Sky Bet League 2 and uh, to Tranmere to boot, who are actually vying for promotion. I mean, I don't know what they saw in this guy. Man, the wages are insane at this level. 3.4k. Holy hell for this guy. I mean, why? I think it's even poorer than Foyo, to be fair, right? And Foyo is on 500 or something. Right, yeah, he's way poorer than Foyo. Oh, but he's not a winger, right? No, he is a winger. Holy hell. Technically he's better, but physically Foyo is just, and mentally Foyo is on another level than him. I feel like similar to a degree, yes, but yeah, I think we managed to fool them into buying that part of us. He was starting to score. He was starting to score some goals, so I guess there's that. He had a very good run of form towards or rather before we transfer listed him, and that helped us secure a new place for him. Maybe free up some wage budget. Not enough though, because I had to give Marian, I think, a slight wage rise in order to keep him for another 2 years. I still feel he can improve. I mean, it's one of those situations where I say I can fix him, and he needs a lot of fixing. That's the that's my main issue. Tusker still attracting interest. That is something I don't really enjoy. I keep yawning. I'm insane. I've actually given some game time to our youth players as well. So Isaac, 5 games thus far. He was serviceable in those. If we manage to win the league with some games in hand, we will actually be able to field more younger players. Oh, no, more younger players. Basically, from then on, Ashdown has played 9 games in total, and he's been improving a little bit. I've criticized all these guys because their training ratings are poor. Joseph is kind of improving. I'd like to see him improve, but at the end of the day, I think I'll just be releasing him at the end of his contract. He doesn't really look like improving that much. Uh, the first 11 is basically the same as the start of the year. Actually no, we signed a Paya. That was the only signing we made. No substitute really impressed me that much as to promote them. Blair debatably has been good. He has been pretty good, but I feel like Francis does so much for us and is actually the better player out of the two. And I don't know, Francis seems to perform in the big games much more than Blair does. Blair has off games. His form has been decent thus far, but you can see, very average games, one good game, average game, one good game, average game, one good game. It's really not enough for me, I feel like. So yeah, this is where we are at now. We are in a very strong position. We should be actually winning the league at this point, I feel like. And that's about it. Let's go straight into the game. It's game time, and it's actually substitute time because these guys cannot play for the love of them. Let's go. Team looks solid, rested. If we win the game, I think, and Epsfleet lose, I think we're in the strongest position ever to just win it. Just win it, walk away with the title for finally after 3 years. Should we win the league, we finally get promoted. Let's see. Foyo to Maloney, Maloney to Pepple, Pepple with a poor cross. I don't know where the highlight was at, but that was it. Enjoy. What? I'm not sure. Foyo to Pepple, Pepple. Can you? Okay, more. Foyo. Right. Of course, nothing happens. I mean, I'm fairly content with the squad. To be fair, they are very good players for this level. I'm kind of anxious though. Francis scores. That's why Francis is on the pitch, and I cannot really drop him at the moment. He turns up, you know. You know that feeling when a player is not that great, but he just turns up for you. What do? You play him. You play him. Right? There's no other way around that. So what I was going to say was that even though some of our players, how is Epsfleet doing? Actually, let's check the Epsfleet result. I mean, I hope they miss the target because um, if not, I don't really trust Brothers. But I feel like most of the team is not cut out for Vanarama National, or not rather most of the team. I think actually the signings we made this year at least are leading Vanarama players. Maybe Lincoln in gold is a hindrance. Maybe Moore as well is pretty bad. I mean, Moore is. I've no idea what happened here. At least Epsfleet are losing. That means 10 points ahead of them. That's amazing. Bath City, you are lovely, and I love that squad. I love that team. And Pepple, another surprising miss. Let's say surprising. 3-0. Holy shit. I mean, let's praise them. I'm sure they won't be throwing the game away, right? Right? I mean, they cannot be throwing the game away, right? I, is there a chance to just get clear from Epsfleet with what 6 games in hand? 6 games in hand means 18 points. We'd be 10 points off them. I mean, I don't see them. I don't see us losing the title. I really don't. This has been our season. Well, not so much during October and November, but when January came right in, we really performed. And when Apaya actually was signed, that was the thing. That was I think, the trigger for us. That that little bit of solidity in the defense, you know, that was what we've missed thus far. And finally, I'm super content with the squad. Finally, I think that yes, there are. I mean, there are some problems in the team. The right back is pretty poor. Um, I only signed him for his physicals, to be fair, and it kind of shows poor mentals, poor technicals. You kind of see that after a certain point. I mean, he's super good for the level we are at. Insane Maloney. So he was super good for the level we were at, but he was not really. I mean, he is not really title title challenger level, you know. And we had too many of those types of players. That was the problem. We didn't have one of them. We had a lot of them. Sweet at left back has been one of the best signings of the season, if not the best signing. This guy is huge for us, as is Pepe, to be fair. Pepe, him, and Foyo are the standout performers of this season. Hands down, best pieces of business I've ever made in this save. Boy, I can suck it back in Kosovo. Boy, I can suck it. He was nowhere near as good for us as Pepe, and he was on the same money, I think. Fun fact, his contract was expiring, and I was thinking of, hey, just extend it, maybe play him as a rotational option. He'd be great as a rotational option. We considered while I was rambling. Anyways, he said that he didn't feel the squad was strong enough for his desires, and I was like, mate, what do you mean? You you're not this amazing Panorama player. You're average. You've had one good season out of two, and suddenly you're Mr. Holland. Fucking hell, it's insanity. And I'll show on the screen. I mean, I've got beef with that guy. He insulted us, even though he was one of the reasons we just didn't get promoted sooner. I mean, he was not he was not a part of the effect. He was actually the cause for everything, not for everything, but he was part of the cause of our failures to just get promoted sooner. And he has the gall to tell me, the man who believed in him, who didn't berate him maybe as I should have, that he doesn't feel the squad is strong enough for him. Like fuck. Yeah, I almost swear. Get out of here, mate. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Stay in Kosovo where you're playing like shit. Because he is playing like shit for that team. Let me show you in a sec. I'm just praising the players for better understanding, better what you call it, mental health. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm a mental health specialist. 10 points ahead of Epsfleet. They lost 3-0. Right. So with that, we secured a playoff spot. Dartford playoff bound. But I don't want to secure the playoff spot. I actually want to win the league. 10 points off Epsfleet is super good. The others are actually cancelled, 12 points. So I'm really not worried at all for that. Let's see. Oh, and what I said. I mean, I know him as Florent, but he's at Pristina in Kosovo. I mean, he's not doing anything for them. I don't think they even have players, right? I mean, they have this guy, Tala, who doesn't look that great. So, poor league, poor team. He should be destroying his enemies. He's not. What does what does that tell about him? What does that tell us about him? And he's valued at almost 300k. Holy hell. Holy hell. He was part of our failures. He was one of the reasons we failed. I mean, Pepper is not really too. I mean, he's much better, right? Ain't he? Deploying forward on sport. I mean, I still feel Pepper is so much good, so much better than him. I mean, you can see it in his game. He's just took it to another level, man. 37 goals in 45 games, 14 assists. He's our third assister. The first one is Foyo, and Will Sweet with 15. Oh, we've got. I mean, this is a basketball term, but we've got two players on double doubles, over 10 goals and over 10 assists. Stevens 21 goals. Don't really like that. He's poorer than last season was, but he played much more last season, so let's stick with him. I don't think he's better this season around. He should have been though. He has a much higher quality squad mates, but he just doesn't perform. This guy is immense for us. I don't even know. He was released from Arsenal. Holy hell. I don't know why he came to us. I really have no idea how we managed to snap him up because he refused League One and League Two teams to come to us. That was amazing. I wasn't expecting him to come. To be fair, I was fairly certain he would not be coming and just beat on another player. But when he came, I just canceled all the bids, all the other bids, accepted that one because he's insanely good. He's wanted by Bromley. Given the fact we got him on a free, I'm inclined to accept a very good offer. It hasn't really improved, and I can find better players right now. I feel like maybe I maybe I shouldn't I? Think I should. If they offer, let's say 100k, I'm accepting with no questions asked. Even now, I'd accept that. So, anyways, this was our episode. I hope you enjoyed everything about it. We are in first. We are winning the league. What do you think? Will we actually go through with it and win the league, get promoted, and just revamp the whole squad? Who knows? We'll see. If you like the series, if you like the video, if you like me even, just like the like. I've forgotten how to speak. I'm sorry. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment out. Who's your favorite player from the save game, or who's your favorite player ever in any of your FM games? Keep that in mind. See you. Love you guys. Lots of love.